Hey, good afternoon, everybody out there in TV land, and it's a beautiful day. And welcome to Norms Community Corner, where I have two great seconds with me. Unfortunately, one of them could not make it, and I'm saddened by that. I wish she has a great spirit, doesn't she?
She does.
Liz, and I have Dave. How do you pronounce your last name?
Balchunis.
Huh?
Balchunis.
Balchunis? Is it like catching tuna fish?
No. Oh, well, almost. That's what they used to call me when I was a kid.
Oh.
Baltuna fish.
There you go.
Oh, well, there you go.
And my friend
Bullying.
Dave, I love it.
Tirone.
I got it right.
It's Italian. Yeah, you did. First try.
Hey! Oh my gosh.
The
Lori
plan-
would
the
say it's a
planets
big
are-
one.
The planets are aligning. I don't know what's going
The
on.
three of us, if you have any questions, all three of us will be very happy to answer them for you.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to move it.
Yeah.
We'll be very happy to answer them for you. We enjoy what we do. You enjoy doing readings?
I love it. I just love helping people, honestly. I love, just making people understand how it works and understand, what their best, clearest path is. Yeah.
How about you?
I have loved
We are going to be on live Facebook. Well, right now we're working on the computer to get it going. There you go.
Right.
We're doing the magical.
Yeah, there you go.
And now you have a website?
I do. readingsbyd.com.
Okay. And you have a business phone number?
I do. 978-228-5333. Yeah, stop touching the mic.
Sorry about that. I'll push it farther back. I have this thing.
It's all good.
Oh, yeah. But, and you?
I have a website, Lowell Medium Shop, 617-777-2236.
Nice.
Those three numbers were
777.
given to you for a reason, the 777.
Yeah, I like that.
That's right. I took the plate on my car, 777-DJ7.
Yeah. Then there's actually a lot of prosperity when you do that.
Sounds
Three
good to
sevens
me.
make prosperity. Yeah.
I think, yes.
Yeah.
I would have to Google it, at this point in the game.
Yeah, too early,
Numerology and
yeah.
astrology,
But I'm not a
I love it, but
numerologist,
I'm not, I don't,
That's not my game.
Not the
Right,
top
that's
of my
me.
head, yeah.
Do you ever get a lot of people say, well, what does this mean, that mean, what does these numbers mean, or whatever? I'm not a numerologist or an astrologist, but I'll try to help them if I can.
Right, of course.
Well, when I do reading, the psychic readings that they give you a name, their birthday, their astrological sign, and it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really say anything. I just go into it after that.
Yeah. I definitely enjoy doing readings. If I can help people, I love doing people with having family come in and they do the medium working with the people who have crossed over.
Mm-hmm.
And I always feel it is a privilege for the spirits who have crossed over to be able to communicate through us.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I do. I feel it is an honor and a privilege. Go to work, Scott?
You're on.
I'm sorry?
I don't know, I'm barely in there.
Oh, yeah, it's a belly in there. Can you
Hold
make
on.
it bigger,
Hold
maybe?
on, I can do this. Yeah. I don't want just my nose in the shot.
There you go. Well, what is all that other stuff?
Oh, it's all right. We're good. We're going to aim it down.
Can you see it, Scott?
Yeah, he's on there.
Yeah, we're good. Aim it down a little. I think we got it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Awesome.
Can they hear us?
Yeah.
All right. 'cause
Perfect.
when the phone, it was really too small.
Yeah.
And people couldn't hear us, so that's good.
Good.
But what's the most intriguing part about what you do?
Intriguing part. You just never know what you're going to get. Yeah, any reading that walks through that door, or any reading that sits down in front of me, it could go a million different ways, and very rarely are two of them the same. But I will say, when I'm doing like an event, like a psychic party, or like a fair, we don't really do any fairs this year, but
We are in May. I'm having a big one.
good. 2021, everybody, let's do this. When I am doing events like that, I do find that there's a lot of common theme, like a lot of common healing messages. Like a lot of people need to hear that they need to love themselves. Like I'll get 3 or 4 of those in a row. Like it comes in groups that way. It's kind of it's cool how the universe does that.
Isn't it cool?
Because once you get on that one wavelength where, listen, you this is what you need to know, and then the next person sits down and it's very similar message. Like you're already on the wavelength, so it's easier to.
But you told them that same thing that you're telling me now.
Well, yeah. I'm
And
just the messenger. Like
That's all,
it is what it is.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you find intriguing?
Well, what I find of course, for me, lately, all I've been 99% relationships.
Oh yeah.
All, the females wanting to know about the boyfriend.
Oh, that's my husband.
Oh, it's like,
me.
Hey, stop
you can
it.
explain this and
Stop
explain
hitting the
that, but if you, if you're
Exactly.
telling them, well, I kind of take a step back and really check this guy out that you're interested in,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking
Or have
about.
have I met my true love?
Oh yeah.
And a lot of times I'll try to ignore the question, especially if I see it's not going to work out for me,
Right.
and stuff like that. But I think the most important thing is you have to be honest with them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's kind of funny because in the circles of people that I read with, and I'm known as the blunt one. So if somebody has a hard message that they need, they literally, like, these people are literally like, well, go talk to D. Go talk to D. He'll, and then this person gets a reading from me, and I'm like, oh, so that's why you sent it to me, because they're not listening to anybody else. I do get a lot of that.
Well, I think you're like I am too, and hopefully we don't sugarcoat.
No,
Right,
no,
yeah.
no.
I don't have
I don't
time
either.
for that.
No.
Or don't tell me anything bad. I don't want to hear. Then don't come to me.
Well, that's a double-edged sword too, because if you're meant to know things, the
Yeah.
Spirit's going to give me that
Yeah,
information.
that's what I'm saying.
And if it is, some people could construe it as bad. If it is bad information, I'm going to deliver it in the most delicate way
Right, yeah.
possible. But I'm not going. I'm not going to sit here and say you're going to die next week. Like, that's not how it works.
Oh, I will.
I know.
No, actually, I try to be very gentle when I see a lot of things. But
Yeah, I mean-
just don't expect it's all going to be peaches and cream.
No.
That's not what we're about.
No.
We are about, honesty. We're about that. And I can remember there's one man come up to my office and he said, I went to this reader. I said, okay. And she said I had to give her $90 to buy 3 candles, And I said, well,
Yep.
And he said, what can I do about it? I said, don't go back.
Right. Don't go to that. Yeah.
And he said, well, why don't you make a complaint against her? I said, I can't make a complaint against her. It is not
Right.
mine.
Right.
Okay, if I went to her and I wasn't happy with what she was doing with me, and I felt it was like fun, another person went to this person, she got a brand new driveway out of it,
Yeah.
and another,
Well, there's shysters in every
Oh,
profession.
everywhere.
Every
Yeah.
profession. You have good mechanics, bad mechanics. You have good psychics. You have bad psychics.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But
And there's jealousy in it.
You're correct, though. There is a lot of jealousy in the ranks, especially
You
with,
know.
with so-called light workers or people who
Yeah.
are trying to help.
They're not really in the light, I know.
No,
this is
that's-
going to be a great show.
That's the problem. They're not really in the light. They
No.
think they are, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't really call it light work. I call it counseling, spiritual counseling to help you
Yep.
others.
Counseling.
Because isn't that what we're really doing?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And shuffle those for me.
Shuffle.
Okay,
Then we'll have him do a reading on you after.
all right.
What's in Hawaii?
What's what?
In Hawaii.
Sun and sand.
There you go.
Nothing, but it's funny, you mentioned Hawaii. I forget, I was with my housemate, because I told I just moved recently, so we were online just joking around about, checking out Hawaii. What's
Okay,
a
you're actually
one-bedroom
going.
apartment cost?
Yeah.
Was telling them I have no desire to go there.
But you are going.
I'm not
Well,
so
it's
sure.
your choice. I'll put it this way. I do see you going if you want. So everything, people have got to
Right.
remember, nothing is ever in concrete.
No, nothing's written in
I have no
stone.
desire to go there. I'll tell you why. Because to me, it's like the thought of being stuck on an island. It's like going to Rhode Island
Yeah.
and not being able to go anywhere else.
When I was in college, I went to Hawaii, had a good time, but
Of course.
and then when I went to California, I couldn't wait to get back to New Hampshire. Take out 5 cards.
5? Okay.
One of the things I'm also see with you is you've got to start becoming more stronger in your own beliefs in yourself.
Well, I agree with you on that. I agree with you.
Well, you're fairly new in this, right?
Well,
I mean, you haven't been doing it as long as he is old. Of course, he's
No.
90.
What do you mean? I just turned 18 like
Oh,
2
did you?
weeks ago.
Oh,
Don't worry
okay.
about it.
Tarot I've been doing a long time, but the psychic and the mediumship, just 3,
But
4,
you know
5
what?
years.
Yeah, you know what? I've been doing this for many. When I learn something new every day.
Oh, of course.
When we don't, when we
Yeah.
think we know it all, then we've actually known nothing.
I did. I knew everything back when I was like
Yeah.
18, 2 weeks
Right.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Me
knew
too.
I knew
Yeah.
everything back then. Yeah.
You know, and I couldn't really, or I thought I could really do readings when I was drinking too much. Shall we
Oh
say?
yeah.
It was great.
No.
People loved it. But then, you know,
No.
I
I
had
never,
the dark side and
yeah. You don't want to. You don't want to do that when you're drinking.
Nope.
That's for sure.
and I won't allow people in the office when they're drinking.
It's kind of funny. I was doing a reading for a woman one day. And it was I think it was at a psychic fair, yeah. And she sat down and she had been to the bar. I could tell, like from miles away, that she had been drinking. And she, the first two messages, her father showed up and he was standing behind her, and he was like shaking his finger about her smoking, and she was just so oblivious to the whole conversation. That she was like, yeah, well, everybody knows smoking's bad, and I go, no, but your father's right here, and like he's like basically saying don't do the same things I did. Long story short, she wasn't receiving the message, and then all of a sudden it was hilarious. Like he turned around, her father kind of left, and I just saw a door slamming shut, and I got zero information from Spirit about her. And I said to her, I go, well, you're not listening, so they're done with you, basically. So she was, I had her go get her money back. But it's crazy. You can be open and receptive, or you can be combative. But the bottom line is, if you're paying for a reading, why would you be combative?
Yeah. I had one lady tell me, "Oh, honey, I can make you not like women and all that stuff." I go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, out of here, out of here!"
Take
you
it
know?
easy.
And I went upstairs. I said, "Come and get her. Come take her away." But she's still paying for it. you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I had one that was going to hit me over the head with a shoe. That's why I don't allow people that are drinking.
Yeah, it's
Because,
and
and then they don't remember. You're
it
not
barely
helping
ends
them,
well. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to take your left hand, and I want you to go around on this, and I want you to think. I don't want to know what it is, but I want you to think about what you want for you.
Think about what I want for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you're doing that. Okay, it's going to take time, but it's going to happen for you. Don't rush everything. Don't become impatient.
Oh, I'm getting to learn patience quite a bit lately.
Yeah, you are.
The old way of you doing things is lost now. Okay, you're beginning to see a whole new journey in your lifestyle. You're beginning to see a new. Wow, this is amazing. Why didn't I do this before? But the
That's
thing
right.
is, you have to say, okay, you had to go on that journey that you want, like I had to, and like he's had to. We all have these journeys that we have to go on in order to be where we are today, okay? Did your mom pass?
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Okay. She's really proud of you. She doesn't understand what you're doing, okay? But your grandmother on your mother's side does, because your grandmother had this type of ability. But back
She
in
did.
them days, she
She
was
did.
not allowed to use it.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to broadcast it back
Oh,
then.
no.
She definitely did. It was like home remedy stuff
Yeah.
that she used to do. Like she used to.
She used to, well, she's Italian. What is
Yeah.
it? The,
Yeah.
what do they call it? The evil eye.
The
Right.
Maloney's.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
do all that.
I didn't want to say that because I didn't know if that's
But
what
you
you
know,
were
it was
thinking
funny.
of.
When I was a kid, my mother and my grandmother, I forget what they were talking about, but I just piped in. I was a little pipsqueak.
Yep.
I always remember my grandmother saying to my mother, "Minnie, no one's ever going to be able to fool him." I was
Perfect.
And also, you've lost a lot of your old ways about you.
I have. That's
Okay.
right.
And you're a perfectionist. I mean, everything you do, even when you're new housemate or whatever. If you had something out of place, you get all panicky. You got to learn how to be patient and share it.
Oh, with this, where I am now, you're
Yeah.
not kidding. You should see it.
But
Is there a bunch of clutter going on?
There is
Yeah,
a bunch.
you
There
two are
is.
going to work it out.
I keep telling him, any gets any worse, hoarders are going to be here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, he
Because
doesn't like
they're
to
like,
throw anything
get
away.
rid of the clutter,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay.
That's me. That's what I get all the time.
But you got to get rid of your own clutter first.
I don't really think I have that much,
You really
so that
gotta
might
get,
be the
no matter what,
problem.
it could be mentally cluttering. You have a lot of things. See, your mind is always boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You don't always have to be precise. Okay? You don't have to be Mr. Perfect when you're doing the reading. It's okay to make a mistake or whatever. Because you got to let your spirit help you. Don't try to do it yourself. I had to learn the hard way. But allow the spirits to work with you.
Lately, well, that's what I do when I, give the readings. It's I sort of, I don't know how to explain
Yeah,
it.
make
but,
your
you know,
mind
it's-
go blank and get the
Yeah.
spirit of
This is actually an exciting time energetically for you because what they're showing me is like they're almost like backing you up to like a bird's eye view, so you get to see more aspects of what's going on rather than just being at ground level and having a personal experience. You're actually getting a little more. It's almost they're showing me like the eagle view. So like when you come into a situation that don't necessarily understand why it's happening, but the compassion is there because you can see what's going on energetically. So it's actually it's cool how it's kind of
Yeah,
opening
it's
up
right.
for you. Yeah.
Spirit will never direct you in the wrong way.
Well, that,
Only you
Yep.
direct yourself.
Well,
Exactly.
of course.
And
Yeah.
you need to listen more. Don't try to be we're all learning. I'm a student every day. I learn from the clients that come in. And when we start thinking we know it all, we've learned nothing.
Exactly.
I actually look at you, expect to be pretty busy from January until March. Because people are running scared. People don't know what's going on with the universe. They don't know what's going on with themselves. Am I going to have this disease? Am I going to have that
Oh.
disease? And all that.
Widespread panic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the media is really
I
playing it,
know.
and they love it. I also will tell you that I do see you renting a condo. Okay, I don't see you buying anything, but I see you renting one because you still have quite a restless spirit about you. You're gonna have to do some more traveling, whether you want to or not. Don't hold yourself back. You
no,
know.
I want to, that's for
Okay.
sure.
Oh no, I don't want to go there. No. You know, because the more you hesitate, the longer it's going to take for you to really learn. Okay. Don't be afraid to write your book about you. It's okay. You know, I've got to get back into writing my book because remember, every one of us learn a different way.
Absolutely.
I learned my way. I do it from a kid on. You know.
Yeah.
But every one of us, we all knew, I think as a child, we all know that we had different, and people don't always receive it, okay? Who plays the piano? I think even piano music, like classical, I mean, it's really going. Did your mother play or did your grandmother?
Well, no, but actually, on the way up here, I was listening to, well, it's from the 60s, jam music with pianos.
Oh, okay.
When I'm looking at, I'm actually experienced playing the piano.
Piano.
It could be on your father's side, there's someone that had that, could be a great-grandmother or whatever.
The person I'm thinking of that played piano is my best buddy's mother.
Okay, then that's who it is. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're playing a lot of music. Then I'm also hearing "Roll Out the Barrel." Remember that song, "Roll Out"? Well, I don't know if you remember because you're kind of young.
Well, that's her. She used to do that. Black bottom, we all have them.
Yeah, roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun.
Yeah.
I'm also seeing you really aren't. And right now, you're going to be where you are for the next 2 to 3 years because you've really got to learn how to control yourself. Don't and learn to say, okay, I'm willing to do what you want me to do.
Well, that's what I think I've been doing anyway.
You
I'm
are
sorta
doing it now.
It's not like I'm planning anything. It's just
Be a
It's
little
just
more,
coming my way.
Yeah, and that's what it's supposed to be for you. Okay, I do see you meet yourself a new person to be involved with. Okay, and that's okay. Okay, but I also see that you're a pretty good driver. Lord help us.
no, I am.
Yeah, I know.
I am. That I am.
We went to the Manchester buffet. He almost hit 3 cars.
No.
I'm not buying it.
No,
Not buying
you think I'd make that up?
No, I don't think you'd make that up. I think just maybe you're having one of those moments.
Oh, okay. No, actually, he's a pretty good driver.
Nice.
I got to say that.
Nice.
And we enjoyed the meal at Manchester buffet.
It was
Sometimes you
good.
come up early. Well, I'll go over and do what we
Yeah, I'll
do.
have to come up early one of these times.
You like buffets?
I used to.
Balance. You need to bring yourself. Either you're this way, down this, or you're this way, or you've got to learn. Don't try so hard to balance it. Let it happen for you.
Well, that's what I've been doing. I think anyway. That's
You're trying
that's
too
at least
hard.
what I'm feeling.
Okay, you're trying too hard to balance. Let yourself be balanced out. Let yourself be okay. This is the way it's going to be. You agree with that?
He is definitely trying a lot harder than he used to as
Yeah,
far
yeah,
as the balance
yeah.
goes. And it's funny because when I say that he's trying hard, he's not like consciously like,
No.
oh my God, I gotta have balance. It's just kind of like falling naturally. But it's you're doing everything right. You are.
Yeah.
You're on the right path. There's no, it's not like you
If
need
it wasn't,
yeah, it's not like you
I'm
need
not
to
asking about
change
that.
drastically. They're showing me your heart chakra. Like you are like a really, really good-hearted person. Like you always want to help. You always want to
Well,
help.
that's-
You always want to help. Like they just keep showing me that. There is a flip side to that. As far as always wanting to help, is we just need to make sure we take enough time for ourselves.
Thank you. I just
Yeah.
thank you because when
Which I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
I have
good,
been doing
you
lately.
know, I had to learn that it's okay
Yeah.
to take time for me.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like I like going walking at 5 or 6 in the morning, you know, because that's my quiet
Yep.
time, you know, and it's okay to have that quiet time
Yep.
because if you don't take time for yourself, how are you going to be able to help others?
That's right.
Okay.
They show me the cup on that, so you have your cup of water right here. And if you're out helping people, giving everybody from your cup, and then by the end of the day there's nothing left, how are you going to help people if you don't fill it back up? That's the analogy that Spirit
right.
always shows me. They show me pouring out the cup.
I think this, no, but I'm excited too because more and more people are seeking answers from people like yourself, myself, and you. You know,
Yeah.
it may not seem it right now, but it will be. And by the way, my website is spiritualvisionary.net, and my phone number is 603-289-4789. Does that give it out?
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
All right.
Short note. Protection. Keep your wall of protection around you at all times.
Do you have a protection ritual in place?
Yeah, I
before
do it
you
every
read?
morning. I do it
Okay,
every
but
morning.
before I'm talking, sorry, they're talking about when you're doing readings.
Right.
Oh, I do. I ground myself.
Ground in
and-
between
yeah.
readings. Make sure you're grounding in
I do.
between.
And afterwards.
Okay.
I do.
And cleanse the room after.
I
Okay.
do.
Don't worry about the other protection. I mean, protect the others as you're doing reading,
Oh,
but
yeah.
don't be afraid to protect your house. Don't be afraid to protect their surroundings.
All right, yeah, I do that. That's what I do.
You guys
yeah.
got your back pretty good as far as
Yeah.
that goes, but they did reiterate, just make sure we're grounded in between readings. I don't
This
know.
is like reinverting and reading, you know.
Yeah.
Well, also, is your dad also passed?
Yes.
He's just shaking his head. He's proud of you. He loves you very dearly. He just doesn't understand what's going on with you. And no matter what, you could sit down and explain it to him 12 hours out of a day. He still would not. Okay.
Probably
He's from
not,
the
yeah.
old-fashioned school. Was he an old-fashioned Catholic?
He was.
I get a feeling around him of, not that he didn't show love, it's just that now that he's gone, he wishes he knew how to show love a little better. Like, you know, with encouragement and hugs and all that. Like, I'm not saying he didn't do that stuff. I'm just saying right now I'm feeling that he wishes he knew how to convey that better while he was
Well,
still here.
he didn't really convey it much at all, but
Okay.
it was funny later in life when he was much older.
Okay.
You know, I could have a conversation with him and tell
Oh,
him
yeah.
all that stuff. And
Okay.
Well, he never was taught that.
well, I agree.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
definitely.
That's like with
Yeah.
me. I have a detached personality. I can only stand so much. You know, I don't like all this. I don't like getting quite hug or like that. But I think to me, kissing and hugging is
What?
disgusting. Ugh. But most people, you know, and maybe that's why I've been married so many times.
It's gotta be part of it. Anyways.
I am not, you know, like that, you know. And but with you, but make sure you always, because you're going to run into some people that are going to want you, and they're going to test your protection.
The
Okay.
people have been doing that for
Yeah.
quite.
Some
quite
people don't even
a
know
long
they're
time.
No,
doing it.
that's
Yeah,
it. They
that's
don't
the
realize
thing,
it.
yeah.
They don't realize it. Like
Yeah.
I've been very blessed with doing people from China, Russia, Africa, and all that stuff, and that's when you really need to know that you are protected. And I see, like there's one lady that came in from China in my office, and she just loves it here. She's a lady who came from a poor town, and now she owns a coffee shop and dairy, and she owns a cleaning business with over 30 employees.
Oh,
in it.
nice.
Good for
And
her.
she said that, like she said, anyone can make it if they want to.
Of course.
Yeah.
You
Of
know.
course. Yep.
Abundant. Oh, you got a lot more abundance and success coming to you. Appreciate it. Yeah, however,
too.
you've got to give a percentage of what you make at the end of the year to some kind of a charity.
Tithings.
Oh,
Tithings.
I give to charity constantly. So.
I mean, this is what it's saying, though, you
Yeah.
know. And, like, you know, so whatever you do, you know, I don't mean to give a whole lot of money, just a percentage. And one thing about you is that you give a lot of readings away,
I do.
just like I do. If they can't afford it, if I feel they need it, you
do.
know, sometimes
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
then I get it back tenfold.
I have that agreement with my spirit guides. Because a lot of times you don't know if the person can afford it or not. I mean, we are psychic, but we don't always know.
And we're not supposed to know.
I have like ethics when I read people. Like I won't look in for information that they don't ask for. It's just that's how it is. But so we don't know. But I have that thing with my guides. If they're not meant to pay for it, then my
That's
guides
okay.
will tell me. Yep.
I know in the end, I always get me wondering, and I do a lot of spiritual counseling.
Yep.
Oh, one week I had 4 apple pies. I'm not a big fan of apple pie.
I just keep remembering that movie, The Wedding Singer. She paid them for piano lessons with meatballs.
Yeah. And then they used to bring in, I'm not a big Dunkin' Donut coffee drinker. I'm not a big
Me
coffee drinker
either.
lately either, you know. And when you get like the great big gigantic ones,
Donkeys,
you know.
yeah.
And you have to be polite, you know.
Of course,
you
of
know.
course.
But, you know, everybody deserves a reading if they want to. Okay.
agree.
But if they're psychiatric and they're arrogant about it, I'm sorry, I'll walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I luckily don't get a lot of those
No.
people. That truly the people that really need the help are the ones that show up on my
Oh,
doorstep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love the non-believers.
Yeah, the non-believers
They're
are
the easiest ones to
definitely
read.
interesting. Yeah.
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 They really are. You can see they're the easiest one to read, you know. And everybody deserves to have a reading if they want to. However, we as spiritual readers have no right to force them to listen to us.
No.
And I can remember one time, actually right here on the show.
Well,
Yeah, Patty Pingley, a very good friend of mine. She said, "You didn't ask my permission to read me." I go, and she's right. I said, "Oh my God, I was so embarrassed." But you know what? We need to ask permission before we do a reading.
that all goes back to the ethics that for some reason they're instilled in me. Like when I watch these TV shows and these psychics just walk up to random strangers, like my brain just starts to sizzle. Like you don't do that because you don't know if they're ready for that information. You don't know if they can handle that information. If you walk up to a random person and say your deceased mother's coming through, you don't know what kind of emotional state they're in. Never mind in life, but that particular moment.
What was
like,
that?
you just,
Brooklyn? What was that? That did it in the grocery store? What was
Oh
the
yeah,
name?
there's been
That's
a couple
joke,
of them.
yeah.
There's been a couple
But
of them.
when I'm in a grocery store and I feel I need to, I'll go and ask their permission
course,
first. I'll
of
say,
course.
"This is who I am," and I give them
Right.
one on my card. If they don't want it, that's fine
Yep.
too. But at least you offer your service, you know.
That abundance card, though, it's like screaming at me. It's not like money abundance.
No.
I mean, there is a little money
Yeah.
abundance with it, but this is energetically kind of like this is like ramping up. Next year's going to be a really good year for you. Like,
Well, I'll buy that because I'll tell you that's what I'm feeling it. I've been, lately I've just been sort of absorbing something.
Yeah.
Well, if he's going to buy that, how much should we charge him?
I don't know. Let me see if I get out the
$100,000.
calculator. Got a calculator?
Yeah, let me see. But no,
$1.29 a minute.
There you
No.
go. There you go.
I love those phone calls. What are they, $1 a minute
Yeah.
or something like that? I
Every once in a while, a real psychic works for them,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, every now and again.
I worked for a psychic hotline
Yeah,
one time.
that's what I mean. Every now and again.
And
yeah.
then I called another one. I said, "Well, what do I actually do for
Right.
a living?" Oh, blah, 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 blah. I go, "No, I don't know how to drive a nail in straight. Have a good day."
There you go.
know?
There you go.
Then I had another lady come and tell me, "Oh, you're married?" I go, "I am." She says, "Yeah." "And you got 6 children?" I go, "I do." And she says, "Yeah." I go, and you're a carpenter?" I go, "I am." You know, I said, "Let me tell you what, sweetheart. See that guy up there playing his guitar, up there singing? That's my son.
There you go.
And this guy over here, he's one of my roommates. And no, I'm not married. And don't ever intend to be married again, you know."
Well, I mean, you've had a few shots.
Oh, I've had two shots. It wasn't for me.
There's no
And
rush.
this guy come up, real big guy come up, and he says to me, "What did you do to my wife?" I said, "Oh, no, here we go. Scott, there's something wrong with the computer here."
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's not responding. All right.
But we'll get it fixed. But I had and so he was so happy that his wife was quiet. We went and smoked a whole new cigarette,
There you go.
you know. But anyway, abundance. Expect a lot of good change. They're not all going to be good. Okay, you're going to have to work to take the negative energy and turn it into a positive energy for yourself. Okay, nothing. Would you want it if it came easy?
Well,
Well,
you know, hitting Mega Millions for 300 million.
No, that's not happening.
I
But no,
know.
but seriously,
But,
if your journey was easy, would you think you'd be comfortable with it?
no, I don't think I'd be here right now if it were.
yeah, that's the thing about the Mega Millions. Sounds great, but
Doesn't
you know as well as I do. And they actually even make shows about this. People that win the lottery and how it changed their life.
Yeah.
And like, if you're not mentally in a place to handle that kind of wealth, like, and most people, let's face it, most people aren't. It ruins people.
Yeah.
It really does.
Sure.
It shows
can.
everybody's true colors, and it's just so, yeah.
So what's going on with that, Scott?
I don't know, you're still on.
Oh, as long as it's
Oh,
still
okay.
on.
Well,
All right, good enough.
Okay. But yeah, well, and I noticed like, well, a lot of these billionaires or a lot of these very rich people, all they want to do, all they're concerned, how much more money can we make?
Yep.
Are they happy? I
Well,
can't.
that's it. They're not.
And they buy these $1 million homes. They do this. I could not see myself living in a totally. I don't care how rich you are. Have a home that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But abundance is there. You're going to be a lot of new people and expect to do a lot more. Do you ever do crossovers?
No,
Are you prepared to do that?
I don't really know what they are.
When someone passes over and you talk to them, communicate with the people on the other side. Like medium work.
Oh, yeah.
medium
That
shift.
I've done. Yeah,
Oh.
medium. Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
done that.
That's another word for it.
I've done
Oh.
a couple of psychic fairs for.
Yeah. When you said crossovers, for some reason, I was thinking, like there have been a few instances where I was in a haunted place and I helped assist someone cross over because they were stuck there. So yeah,
Isn't that
that's
cool?
what I thought.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I think
crazy.
that's another-
I never
I
heard the
love
term.
doing
That's
that.
crazy awesome. Oh,
I do. I believe in the paranormal. I'm a little. But,
Oh, yeah,
my
it's
thing
there.
is, like if you go to an abandoned house and there's no, and people want to do all these paranormal, to me,
yeah.
aren't you actually violating the rights of the spirits in that house?
It depends because some people do it very tastefully and some people just collect data, and then there's some people who go in there and try to raise heck, and that's so it depends. There's a couple sides of that
I'm a
one.
firm believer. Ask the spirits permission first.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They had this one show, I think like 10 years or 15 years ago, and it's a half-hour show. She was one of the paranormal things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching her, okay? If you're a male, show a red light. If you're a female, show a green light.
Oh, really?
And all that. So I'm watching it, that's it. So then she goes over and she says, well, we'll do something different. So she had on 3, 6, 5, or whatever. And she's talking to them. I see this thing moving back and forth. I go, oh, it's actually working. They got the camera wrong. There was a fan running back.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, no,
For some reason, she left the show.
well, I can't debunk it. I can't say it doesn't exist because
Oh, no, it does.
I know some paranormal investigators and they
I know a lot,
and,
you know
and,
what?
and they do
It's
a
just
great
something
job.
that I don't always
Yeah,
agree
it
with.
doesn't resonate with me at all. It really doesn't. But I can't just debunk their work because
Oh,
they do very
yeah.
good stuff.
As
So.
long as they do it with good taste.
Yeah,
I got the people coming on October 30th. How's that?
Oh,
for-
do you? Nice.
Yeah, paranormal.
Nice.
But as long as they do what they, and do it out of respect, or don't walk around and make up stories and stuff like this. And one guy would tell me, "Oh, this spirit grabbed my leg and it burned," and then I'm just smiling away. I said, "Have another beer, you'll feel
Yeah,
better."
well. Maybe he was a television producer.
Yeah. Yeah. Transformation.
No, really?
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that card would come out. I like that one. That's good. That's good.
A very dear friend of mine bought these for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually interviewed the lady who created those.
Yeah.
Transformation. In other words, you're going from the shy you that used to be pretty shy. At
Well, a
one
long time ago.
To the more, to the more outgoing, not being so introverted, you're being outroverted. In other words, your whole body transfers for the better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
It is for the better.
I don't see you with cancer.
That's always good to hear.
Okay?
Right?
But I am concerned about your blood pressure.
I just had my checkup yesterday. Perfect. 102
Okay.
over something.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Well, I
says
do
no.
for now. For
When
now,
you get,
Right,
I'm glad
right,
that's good.
right.
But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that when you get
Oh.
hyperactive, your blood pressure,
Oh.
and you're also going to be very careful what you eat so that you don't become a diabetic. I took my body for granted. Okay, now I'm walking around all the time with a cane because I took it for granted. But I body healed myself,
It
and that's what
happens.
I'm doing. Okay, one of the things I'm also seeing is that you're going to have a man come into a man or woman come into your life, and they're going to thank you for saving their life.
Ooh.
In other words, this man was a very heavy drinker, which you did not allow when you were reading, and you're going to tell him the stories about what his spirit, your spirit, and his spirit are going to tell him about what's happening with him, and does he really want to go to the other side, because and all this other stuff, and he's going to actually, him and his wife are actually going to come back and thank you for saving his life.
Wow. That's nice. See,
That's
I
what
love
the
stuff
rewarding
like
part
that.
is, don't you think?
No, definitely. I actually that transformation cards. It's kind of telling a different, not a different story, but another story to me.
Sure.
The way it's kind of swirling around is you're going to be shown like as you move on, as you move forward, you're going to be shown certain aspects of your life that you couldn't see the different perspective of. And it's like I was telling you earlier. Now you have a little bit different perspective. So you're almost gonna like reflect back on a couple different occasions, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, now I understand why I reacted that way and how I could have done it differently. But it's all a positive learning experience, and it all comes right back around. It's just weird how it's just coming right back around. I like it. It's really, really good. It really is good energy. A lot of people don't realize that, when we pass on, we go through the life review, and we got to go, see what what happened in our. But this is almost a better version of it, because you get to do it a little bit while you're still here. You get to look at certain instances and learn from them before that even happens. It's really cool.
That's like I had a gallbladder attack, and I was at CMC Hospital, and I went into a seizure, which they couldn't understand either. And I actually died. I didn't want to come back.
Right.
You
Of
know?
course. Who does?
It was the most amazing, beautiful, peacefulness. Oh no, your journey isn't over yet.
No, heck
You've
no.
got to earn the right to come here. And I always believed it with my mother. And I always believed that. And you know what? And our journeys aren't over. Your journey is just beginning.
You believe that was your mother, but there was an angel too.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I didn't know my mother, so I believe
Nope.
she. And one of the things I always remember is that I was in this dorm, and I didn't have my own room, and I was very lonely, 18 years old. All these other people, and all of a sudden, this beautiful spirit came onto my bed, a beautiful chiffon like blue gown, but she would not allow me to see her face. And she says, I am here for you. I will always be here. And remember, I am your mother. And I went to touch her, and she disappeared.
Yep.
And so then, but you also have a nun. Her name is Sister Angelica. That is also one of your spiritual guides. You have a lot of them.
I was just gonna
Well,
say he's
you
got
know-
a few.
It's funny. I know I have several. I don't know any of their names.
You're not supposed
That's
to.
okay.
Right. That's
okay.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I had Dr. McAllister, Dr. McClutchet, and Dr.
They usually don't care what you call them. Honestly, they usually
Yeah,
don't
that's it.
even need a name.
I mean, I know they're around, and
I know my guides' names, but when I talk to them, I just address them as, "Hey, spirit guides."
Yeah.
I literally,
That's
and,
all they are.
and that's
Yeah.
yeah.
And Dr. McClutchet, Dr. McAllister, I can't remember the name of another one. And then you are going to become very acquainted with Sister. She is a saint now from Africa. She was many years she worked in Africa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the one thing is, are you open to spiritual guides?
I am.
Good. Because see, I didn't believe in angels for a long
Oh,
time.
Norm.
Oh, seriously. I mean,
Really?
it took me, yeah. When I had to learn
Talk
the
about
hard
school of the hard knocks.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
And I always used my spiritual guides, and all of a sudden, this lady brought me in the most beautiful statue with a blue lights that are running forward through, and then another angel come through, and I said, okay, what is your message? You need to listen to us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I said,
And
okay.
you were like, okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And so we have guides and we have angels, and we have your animal spirit is a Dakota bear.
So, you know, that I never sort of gave any thought to about a animal spirit guy. I mean, I know
Yeah,
some
don't break the
people.
table.
Oh,
I'll get
Yeah,
yelled at.
well, yeah, because the
Oh,
mic
that's right.
it
Yeah, go through the
echoes
mic.
on the mic.
I know when to get yelled at. No.
It's funny you say the bear because I'm getting a little bit of animal medicine around snake with him, and I don't know it off the top of my head. And snake's not a bad thing, like people
No,
think.
people, snakes are actually
I don't know
very
if it's
spiritual.
like rebirth or something, but there's something going on with the snake animal totem that's happening in your life right now. We'd have to look it up later because I don't remember. I don't know exactly what it means. But when he said spirit animal, that's what they showed me. They showed me the snake. So
We have more than one.
oh, of course.
We have more than one. Are you afraid of snakes?
No.
I'm good because don't be, because they're there to help you.
When we were kids, we used to, you know,
Go out
pick 'em
and
up.
stick. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I lived on a farm and we used to play with the snakes.
Yeah.
You know, but all animals are spiritual animals. Are there for we all are there for a reason. You have several animal kinds. One of them is a big lion.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You
He's a good
also
guy.
yeah. You also have a totem pole.
See, I mean, I know about them, but I never
I'm going to
felt
encourage you to
one
look
for
it up.
me. Hmm?
I'm going to encourage you to look up the totem pole for you. Okay. Totem poles are also very Indian spiritual.
Oh, definitely. Native American totem pole, yeah. Well, not necessarily Native American,
No,
but
but,
native,
native
indigenous,
people,
yeah.
Your journey is not. I'm not going to tell you that your journey. You have abundance of a good journey, but I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy.
It's going to
not-
be a lot
well-
easier than it has been.
All right,
But it's definitely not going to be.
Well,
I mean,
so I don't mind putting the work in or putting the effort in. So
Just don't give up. It's okay.
No.
One of the things that people don't realize, it's okay to get angry at the
Mm-hmm.
spirits. Why in the hell are you doing this to me? What the heck am I doing that's so wrong, you know? And then, as long as you are maybe forgiven for it and you know, don't be too condescending. Hey, I used a big word. Lori would have been proud of me.
I was just going to say, yeah, that was pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, Lori would have been proud of me, wouldn't you?
Well, do you want me to be proud of you?
Yeah, please. Now,
All right.
my friend Lori and I, you would have loved her, wouldn't you?
Lori's awesome.
Yeah. And she and I, you know, I used a big word. She, oh, you used a big word. I said, I know, you know, and stuff like that. We worked really well together, you know. I've been very blessed. I've worked very well with most of the people that I have on. And even the last one, I can't remember her name, couldn't be too important. She was on for like 2 or 3 months.
You got to read that top card. It keeps falling off.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it keeps falling off. So let's dig in.
Spirit heals.
Okay.
That's
Well-
for actually that's for the whole universe, not
Well,
just
yeah,
you.
that's
okay?
that's what's.
If we as individuals, I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, black, yellow, green, purple, yellow, whatever, an alien or whatever,
Yeah.
you have. I'm going to ask you to have a carbon on field heals too as well. If we allow ourselves to be healed through the spiritual world, you know, you're going to know that between the negative energy and the positive energy. You know, we have to get together and allow the spirit, whether you call it angel, whether you call it
Right.
whomever, we all have to work together to get rid of all this labeling, hate,
I agree with you.
anger. Half the people that are doing all this hate and anger don't even know why they're doing
That's
it.
correct. That's absolutely
Yeah.
correct. And
And that breaks my heart.
it does.
Because they don't look for that. That's
Right.
Well, you see me on Facebook. So
Oh, you and I have a
So
good time with it,
that's
don't we? We agree with each other a lot.
Yeah.
I
Could
do,
you
I
could
put
you
that stuff
could
on
you
all the
imagine a
time.
world that we lived in if everybody just dealt with the fact that everybody's going to have a different opinion? If you could just
Right.
accept that fact, you can speak your mind and say what you want, but to just release it and realize you're not going to change other people's minds, we could
Right.
coexist like crazy. But that's not what's going on.
No, when I do my readings in the office, I don't discuss my political views.
Yeah.
Because I don't think
Right.
that's
I
a
don't
place
either.
for it. When I have people that will tell me, but you call yourself a reader because I don't agree with their political you know, stuff. And you're gonna, you know, and that's okay. to me, if you want to judge me, then you're not a true reader.
Of course.
You know.
Of course.
Are there people better than I am? Oh, absolutely. Are there people, well, I don't want to say worse than I am, but, we're all
Not as
at
evolved. We'll go with not as evolved.
yeah. We're all on the level that we're supposed to
That's
be
right.
on. Every
That's right.
single one of us, When you wear your blue dress and your high heels, then we know you're in
It's true though, because there has to be all different types of people, especially with readers. There has to be all different vibrational levels of readers to help all the different vibrational levels of people.
Yeah.
So there are some people who have no idea what angels are and have no idea about psychic stuff, but they're still going to end up getting a reading somewhere at a fair or something from someone who's going to be on their level and explain it to them. The same is true with light workers. Like there's a lot of like-minded people around. We exchange readings like every now, like we're doing right now, and we lift each other up and we evolve. So yeah, there definitely has to be different levels. Like not everybody likes Coca-Cola. Some people like Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? I don't like either, but
I can't. My problem is I'm not supposed to have it.
Well, of course.
But the Diet Coke, I won't.
Sugar-free.
Yeah. And no, that might. I drink. Actually, one thing
Sugar-free
I have
equals
done.
chemicals.
Actually, I drink a lot of green tea.
Green tea is really good for you. Yep.
And the one thing about when the spiritual healing, first of all, I want our country to heal. I want the universe to heal. But we have to heal ourselves within first. If we can take care and start. I used to be, and I still have to catch myself going back, condemning.
Of course.
I was such a cat. Oh, I was so
It's
catty.
human nature for a lot of people. It is what it is.
And I blame it on my being gay, being catty, like that. And wait a minute, that's not who I'm supposed to be.
I owned a caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Did you?
in 83,
Was it a nice
I
one?
think. Yeah, DeVille. Yep.
Yeah, but that's not who I said, that's not who I am.
Yep.
I used to go to the different bars and meet and drink. I never felt comfortable in a bar.
No.
Never once. And even when I was drinking and I had people around, I was never comfortable.
Well, that's just the people in general.
Right.
Mostly because you're sensitive to the energies.
And you hide, and it's so easy to hide behind alcohol.
Of course.
And smoking.
No question
Hey,
about
it's been
that.
7 years since I've had a cigarette.
Wow, good.
Matt did it for
Is it
me.
really 7
Yeah.
years? Good
Yeah,
for
he
you.
He hypnotized me for it.
Yeah.
I quit about 35 years ago. I
I'm
went to a
about
hypnotist.
13 years now. Yeah.
Don't you feel
yeah.
better?
Oh, way better. It had an adverse effect on me now because if I get a big whiff of it, my throat will close. Like it's like my body is not ever going to go back to that. Like because my throat will close. Yeah.
When people, I had big signs that don't smoke in my office.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you know, if I have all reading. No, what's that sign say?
Yeah, that's it.
Because I can't stand the smell of it anymore.
Well, that's just
Okay.
if somebody's
I want you to
smoking in the
pick
car
out,
in front of me, it's crazy how sensitive I am to it now.
Well, I go out in the hallway because there's some people that smoke in that building.
Yeah.
And you can smell it.
Oh, yeah.
No. Okay, I want you to go through there. We're going to do another card for the universe.
You want to do a universal card? Okay.
Then you're going to do it.
Oh, there it is.
And all three of us are going to define it.
Decisions. Decisions.
You start.
Okay.
Hey, this is kind of fun, isn't it?
It is.
It's good. It's good. This card actually, the first thing that pops out at me is the dullness. There is some color in it, but it has an ominous feel to me, and it's because all of the decisions that we need to make now, as a planet, as a country, as people in general, Mother Earth is very, 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 very upset with us. And we need to turn that around. And unfortunately, with the plague that's going on, and I call it the plague. I know it's a pandemic.
No, I know what it is. I know what you mean.
But with all of that, what we didn't. Oh, we have an incoming call.
Okay.
Whoa.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Community Corner.
Hi, Norm. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. But you told me you don't smoke, but you smoke pot.
Yeah.
Oh, boom, roasted.
Yeah.
He said cigarette. He was talking
I was
about
talking about
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think that is? That's like a pack of butts.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pot is a good medical,
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Tobacco.
Medical. Yeah.
and I legally can do it.
Well, tobacco used to be medical
Yeah,
too.
you can't stand people smoking in the hallways or in your building.
Hey, no, I don't like cigarette smoke in there.
Hey, is this Mary?
See?
No.
Oh.
Pot is worse than that.
That's a matter of opinion, isn't it?
Hey, have a good day.
You
Bye.
do. Bye-bye.
It's just-
She likes to call and criticize.
the voice sounds familiar.
Huh?
Sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, you've been here, yeah.
Yeah.
Pot is not a cigarette, as far as I'm concerned. It is not addicting.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody has their opinions on everything.
Yeah.
That's just
been
life.
doing
It's
For
just
many,
the
many years,
stepping
and I-
stone, though. You know what they say? Pot is the stepping stone you're gonna.
Oh,
end
yeah,
up
the
on
gateway,
heroin.
the gateway, that's
the
right.
gateway to other drugs.
All right, listen, don't interrupt. I was on a roll here. Whoever that was, why you got to do that?
That's okay. We love her anyways.
The bottom line, decisions, what I'm being shown with this is we all need to decide enough is enough. With the pandemic's going on, there's masks being thrown away at alarming rates. There's gloves being thrown away at alarming rates. All the pollution that's happening, and I don't know why they're just honing in on pollution in particular, but we have gone from let's start saving the planet to let's just, oh my God, let's protect ourselves and let's throw away all this stuff.
Yeah.
That being said, there's also another decision going on. Obviously politics. I'm not going there.
No.
There's tons of decisions going on, but this is an overall decision whether we're going to help each other out or not. Like that's how it's coming down to me. We do need to decide to help each other. What do you got? What are you coming
Okay,
up
we'll go
with?
one day, then I'll go after.
All right. I've sort of got that for decisions. It's what you have to decide is, the golden rule: do unto others
Yeah.
as
Yep.
you want done unto you. You have to decide. You have to reach inside. If you can reach inside and feel your inner self, get in touch with your spiritual self. You get so positive and the energy it just bubbles within everyone. You can't help but to touch the next person and go on and on and on. But you have to make the decision that you want. You have to make the decision to make sure you keep your hands off the table.
There you go.
There you go. Nailed it. Yep.
I'm used to doing that. That's
Right,
like what that does.
and it goes on like that, and then they have to decide. Do you want all that discord, or do you want harmony? It's
Right.
really that easy for a decision to make. As you can see here, black and white. Everything is not black and white. There's everything that fills it in between.
There you
Perfect.
go. Perfect.
Perfect.
Very
I
good.
love that.
Decisions are how can we all work together to save the universe? We can do this.
Oh, absolutely.
We can do this. We can get rid of all the
That-
name calling. We can get rid, but the decisions are all up to us.
Yep.
If we can touch one person and pass that down, imagine if you touch
Emotionally.
emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Well, maybe sexually. That might help. I don't know.
No. I think that's illegal
No,
at this
Is
point in
it?
the game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh no.
Plus, 5 minutes
See, that's what I
later,
mean.
it's
Right. But if we can help
Of course.
one person,
Touch
and
one
then
life.
that one person
Person-
touches somebody
yeah.
else, then touches somebody else.
Yep.
And if we can do that and make the decision, and hopefully make a decision. One of the biggest things I've had to learn how to do is get rid of my anger. We get rid of the anger and work towards other people, because they can sense our anger and they can sense our without us even realizing it. Remember, the world is a stage, and we're all actors and actresses. And we've got to try to work together. The politicians, the archbishops, whatever. We've got to find a way within the spiritual world to help working to say peace, love. When you were saying earlier about, how Mother Earth, okay, hit that button right there. Welcome to Norris Community Corner.
Yes, Norm, I want to get something straight. And it's not Mary that called about that. It's me.
All right.
Oh, sorry about that. No, it wasn't me. You get
So
in.
you better apologize to Mary because she didn't say that.
I didn't say she did. It was someone else.
Yeah, you said it. Is that Mary? Is that
I
Mary?
did not.
It's not
Did I?
Mary.
No, I did not say
No,
Mary.
it wasn't me, and
Hold
it
it.
wasn't.
Before you hang up.
Actually, believe it or not, it was me. I said, hey, is that Mary? Because I was actually asking about Mary earlier. So I apologize to you.
See there.
Anyways,
Oh, well, I hope she feels better.
yeah, I think she might.
Yeah.
She might. Earlier, when you were talking about how you had to deal with your anger, it popped into my head. You had to change the way you dealt with your anger because you used to just bury it down and move on with life, and then it would just come back to burn you.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
So you had to actually alter the way you dealt with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, one of the biggest I found out about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. Now I'm upset, but I'm not going to be.
It's gonna be all right. You got this.
Yeah.
I used to blame my dad for everything. And I
sister
never
does that.
told him I loved him.
Of course, yeah.
And so about 3 months ago, I went on Facebook. And also, the Spirit said, write about it.
Yeah.
So I wrote about it. Then the last thing I said to him, Dad, I love you.
There you go. Closure.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know? And she got me upset over that.
I
But
know.
I can't allow that to
Take a
happen.
deep breath. It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
all right.
Decisions. We had every single one of us have to make important decisions in our life every day. Are we going to make mistakes? Oh, absolutely.
course.
If I could say, I can't count how many times I made mistakes. Mm-hmm. Can you?
Oh, mistakes? Yeah, actually, I'm up to like 3,451,370.
Well, I got you
Yeah.
beat. I did the trillions.
Wow, really? Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Well,
Well,
I'm
we
a
all
little
have our
bit
own path, but yeah.
I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah,
Maybe
you got a-
couple
you got a
years,
year
know,
or two,
couple-
yep,
yeah,
yep.
you know. I used to tell everybody it's only 49, you know.
There you go.
I used to tell them I was 49 with a 36-year-old son.
There you go.
There you go.
Nailed
Oh,
it.
yeah, people believe it.
Well, it happens these days.
All right. You know
but-
what we should do? Let's take a moment and send that woman some love and light.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
send her
absolutely.
some positive vibes. So let's just take 2 seconds here, and just
Okay.
kind of help her out energetically.
Yeah, that's you.
Take a deep breath, and we'll just send her some love and light.
And that goes for
Perfect.
all the people.
She's smiling now.
Yeah.
I could,
On the inside.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for watching, by the way.
Oh,
we
yeah.
appreciate it.
Oh,
We
yeah.
appreciate
She
it. Yeah.
watches all.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Take it, go through and
I'll
take
be-
out
I
one
just
so
have
that
to-
we can let it out.
Be right back.
one.
Yep.
All right. Healing goes with the decision
Just what
card.
we did, yep. And yeah. And the healing is I've had to learn how to heal myself so that I can help other people heal. I am so great, and I bet you are too, telling people, oh, you gotta do this, or oh, you gotta do
Try-
that,
right.
and on and on and on and on. You know, I'm good at telling other people. Now I have to practice what I tell other people. When we start healing within ourselves, then we can help other people to heal.
Exactly.
We are not miracle workers. We are only a tool to help people heal. You agree with that?
I do agree with that. And what I try to do is, when you know what it's like when you're given a reading, some people want you to say what, they want you to say what they want to hear. I don't do that.
No.
And when I don't, you could tell them, they start fidgeting, they start with the attitude. But, so what I do is, well, if you don't want to hear this, I just think about the path that you're on now. What are you getting out of it? You're upset, you're abusing yourself. Why do you want to keep up with that? Look over here, open up, And
when they come in and I'll tell them, I said, and I had this one lady, I said, I know you're not happy at what I mean to you because you don't want to hear what I have to say to you. I'm telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Cause,
Right.
But then usually it'll all come into play afterwards, okay? 'Cause I'm not going to tell you that your life is going to go this way when it's not. Am I 100% accurate? Absolutely not. If anybody
That's what-
tells you that they're 100% accurate, they better stay away,
and how.
okay?
And how. But it was just like I had this lady just the other day, but her boyfriend so I'm telling her, it's the funniest thing, I'm telling her now, it's a good opportunity for you. I says, I'm just getting the feeling that, it was a real rocky road. It wasn't really, helping you. You didn't feel comfortable, giving, but I miss him. Yeah, it's like, what do you get? I says, you got to stop looking back. I says, look forward. I says, what do you want to stay in there for? I says, and then she's saying, oh, well, yeah, he was going out on me. And it's like, What are you doing to yourself?
And that's the sad part, because a lot of these men and women, they don't know any other way of life but being abused.
Yeah,
You know,
it's sad.
And, I can't do anything any better. I can't do this any better. I can't have this any better. And that is so sad, because,
It is.
we have a wonderful world out there. And we have a lot of people that truly love each other, And, I mean, I don't mean we run up and hug and kiss and all that. 'Cause when I'm walking and I see people, and I love doing my walks. And when I'm walking and I see people, that's healing to me when I see them smile. And I always tip my hat. You wouldn't remember. I'm sure your dad would. But whenever a lady always went by, I always tip my hat.
Oh, yeah.
to
That was, yeah.
And I don't understand when people sit at a dinner table in a restaurant and they wear their hat.
Oh,
I'm from the old school. Okay, we're talking about healing.
Okay.
Okay,
Perfect.
your turn.
Let me see the
Here's the
card,
card.
please.
I'm sorry.
All right. All right.
See, he said please, and I got so shook up about
I
that.
know, polite, right? Crazy. Oh, this is good. This has really good energy. I love it. I love it. The picture on the card, you probably can't. I'll give you a little.
Can they see it, Scott?
Yeah, they could see it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, guys.
Comes through.
There you go.
Got a little perfect.
There
You got a
you
little
go.
sapling going on.
All
You
right.
can just see the roots going on. This is really good.
Can you see it there, Scott?
And you can see my beard behind it, which is really nice. I like that too. Yeah. So this is
Do you pin curly your beard?
what's that?
You put pin curls in your beard so it will be curly?
No, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't want a curly beard. What I'm seeing here in the healing card is it's the struggle. It's like it doesn't matter how hurt you are, how down you are, you can always heal from this, and that's the image that I'm getting around this. Is this plant has clearly seen better days and it's not thriving at all. But the bottom line is those roots are solid and the energy coming in is all white from the top, and that just solidifies to me that it doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Everybody's going through hard times, but it doesn't matter. You've made it this far. And as far as healing goes, anything's possible. Today's a brand new day. Tomorrow, the next minute is a brand new minute. You can decide to change tomorrow and heal. With that being said, you just got to make sure that you don't wallow in what happened in the past. That's all. Healing is universal, and it's a natural thing. We're the ones who keep ourselves ill, per se. We're the ones who don't facilitate the body to heal. A lot of us don't even understand why we're not healing. But the bottom line is there's always a reason that we're not healing. We just need to maybe seek alternate ways to heal. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all.
and I'm sure you can. I lived many years in not healing myself, not growing, just being angry,
Of course,
blaming everything.
Of course,
It was my father's fault because I'm a drunk, or
Yep.
it was the town's fault because they made fun of me, or all this other stuff. And and I realized, you know what? The people that I grew up and made fun of me and all that, they probably don't even remember.
No.
You know?
No, it was no.
I went up to your old hometown, I got rid of them, and I'm still getting rid of them. And like you just said, when we start healing ourselves, then we can help others heal better.
That's correct.
We have to start within our
for
own
sure.
self. Hey, I like doing it.
And
this way.
sometimes the healing actually, they just flash what they show me sometimes is planting seeds. So just telling someone that they're able to heal themselves, they may not have even realized that. It's all about the planting of the seed. Me especially, I'm like, I kind of have a little bleeding heart. I want to help everybody in the world. I want to help everybody. That's what I want. But I have to realize that I can't help everybody, but I can plant as many seeds as I can. And if I plant a seed and say, hey, you know what? Tomorrow can be a better day. You just have to decide it. A lot of people
Exactly.
don't even think that. And then you're like, you know what? I can wake up tomorrow. And even if I'm having a rough time in life, I can decide that today's going to be an awesome day.
Yeah, that's like yesterday. I don't know, like I said, yesterday or the day before. I don't know how Scott even put up with me because I was horrible. I really was. I mean, first of all, and I said, wow, what am I doing here? What is going on? And this is where spoken helped me calm down and helped because of my diabetes and stuff. So people can criticize me if you want or whatever. I think smoking a cigarette's a hell of a lot of difference than smoking the other.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Going. Oh, this is like the sequel to the healing.
Yeah.
Can we see that? So in Facebook land, we got the healing card, but then this card
Okay, you got to bring it up close.
is back to
See?
nature. Yep. Oh, where we at? I'll stop moving. You guys.
Good killing then, no?
Yeah, he is a good caring. We got the Back to Nature card, so we started out with the little sapling, and now we're back to nature. This is just kind of reiterating what I was talking about before. You can heal and you can grow, so that's only half. That's only half of what this card is showing me. That was the sequel to that one. But as far as looking to nature goes, got it. Thank you. This is this is really cool. We don't realize this, but if you look around you in nature. Nature, it's kind of like part of what was going on before. Nature heals. Nature is amazing. It really, truly is amazing. People, you can go chop a limb off a tree. That tree's not going to quit.
Nope.
That tree's going to keep on keeping on until it can't anymore. And that's the message that I'm receiving around this card is just keep at it. The world is crazy right now. Politics are crazy right now. You may have been out of work. You may have no money. Everybody's going through a lot of stuff right now. The bottom line is keep on keeping on because there is a good side to this, and we will all flourish in the end. Unfortunately, right now it's just a tough time.
Your turn.
All right. Okay. Look
Any
to
good
nature.
ones?
Look to nature. What I get from this card is like you said, you can either stay, stuck in your rut, poor me, woe is me, what do I do? Or you can change your attitude, you can open up, you can let your inside flourish, you can let it come out, and just like it is doing on the card, the tree is reaching up for the stars, going for the stars. Regardless that it is in one spot, stationary, it isn't in the sense that it's going for the heavens.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's why I like when I love it because where I live, we had the trail, and we go down to the river. And I have a yard that may not look like a yard to a lot of people, but to me it's beautiful because I've worked hard at it. Scott works out front. He takes care of the flowers and stuff. So we're trying to relive, and we're trying to get back to nature, what nature has given to us. See, the one thing I don't believe in, I don't believe in failure.
Correct.
I really don't. The only way people feel is that they just don't want to do it.
Well, they give up.
If they give up, that's it.
Failure is like, things fail. Like, if it's when you give up that's when it really hits home that it was a failure. So many. You ask anybody who's made it big, any celebrity, anybody who's made it big. Failure's not an option. When one thing failed, they went and did another thing until it became successful. So absolutely.
I can't count how many times I've lost everything.
Yep.
And that's one thing I got in my
7.
Yeah.
I got you.
My beautiful son always stuck by me.
Yep.
We lived in a one-room apartment in Cockroach Haven, but yet we stayed together and we
that's right.
rebuilt
That's
our
right.
life together. You can rebuild if you lose one street. Okay, you don't work it that way. I've lost everything. I actually ate at the shelter, and I'm not embarrassed to say that.
No.
I've gone for help and different things, but you know what? It's all learning tools how we can help each other. And how we can, when you can help yourself, and you're watching all these people, and I've had people that on my show. One was a couple were autistic and blind, but played the guitar and sing.
Savant. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, So this is what they always. Don't we all have some kind of a handicap within ourselves?
Of course.
I can't drive a nail in straight.
Yeah.
You got
to use your good eye, no.
Yeah, no, that still don't work.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then they fired me from help painting the paint job one day. I got more on me than I did on the wall,
Wasting product.
Yeah, and then one time I was working for this siding company. I got up there and they had to get the fire department to get me down. So needless to say, I didn't have a job.
I don't doubt that one bit. No.
But the one thing that all readers are good at, and most spiritual readers are, is helping others to help themselves. But we also have to reach in and look at ourselves so that we can help. I love talking to the trees. I love talking to the animals. Scott has a groundhog or a golf, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And that groundhog used to come and crawl into his lap and oh no, you can't do that. What he did.
Sure.
There are people that communicate better with animals than they do with people, and I like.
Absolutely. There's a lot of misconceptions about nature. There really is, but that card is also kind of having another little bout with me. It's about Mother Nature being able to heal the body. It's about getting outside, taking your shoes off, and sitting in the dirt for 10 minutes, and just grounding yourself. I literally just posted this on my website, on my Facebook page last night about earthing. What happens is Mother Nature is a natural healer. And we walk around with rubber shoes on and drive cars with rubber tires, so we're not connected to Mother Earth like we should be. And if we could just get out back into Mother Nature just for like 5 minutes a day, it'll help balance inflammation, everything.
Everything.
It helps everything.
I enjoy a lot of time. I go out in my backyard and out bare feet.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
And growing up as a kid, I never wore shoes.
Yep, that's
I only
correct.
wore shoes to school and boots in the wintertime. Otherwise than that, you
That's
know,
it,
that's
yep.
how we were poor, you know.
Yep.
But if you look back, but was I poor? I might have been financially
It's like
poor. I might have been, days go down. But you know what? I wasn't poor within my heart. You know, everything we have to earn. Nothing's ever given. I don't think I want everything given to me. I mean, and I do now. When I'm,
Well, yeah, now,
But-
at this point in the game, why not?
I'm very spoiled, you know.
Yeah.
But okay, grab one more?
Did you just pull one?
Yeah.
I pulled the healing.
Yeah,
pulled
healing.
the
Oh yeah, that
You
didn't.
pulled
Okay.
that one. It's your turn.
No, try to get out of it. I saw.
Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right with pulling cards. I just wanted to be fair and make sure everybody
Why?
else got a turn.
I'm not there.
Oh, what's that one?
There you go.
Interesting.
I kind of like doing it this way, don't you?
Yeah, why not?
No.
Oh, I don't like this one. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, want to give you your name and website and your
Sure.
phone number?
I'm D, readingsbyd.com. The phone number is 978-288-5333. I have online booking. If you want to book an appointment, you can head right over to the website right now, or the Facebook page. That's also Readings by D if you do a search on Facebook.
Enter.
lowermediumshop.com, 617-777-2236. You can book online. You can text, make an appointment that way.
Nice.
And I'm citizenvisionary.net. My email is secondvision by Norm at Comcast.net. And you can book me online. You can go to my website. You can text me on Facebook or whatever. Or you can go to my roommate, which his number is 785 what? 1684.
Oh, yeah,
So,
you see? You remembered
you
that.
Yeah. When you get me right, it's hard to remember things.
Yeah, I hear
That's
you.
a good excuse.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
But nobody ever buys it.
We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I pulled the moon card. So if you guys want to see that. See, look, I'm getting good at holding still.
Yeah.
The moon.
All right.
It's actually quite a nice little picture there.
Yeah.
Very colorful.
Yeah.
We'll show Facebook land as well. So what am I getting from the moon card? The moon energy is really underrated. A lot of people don't. I mean, we know that it controls the tides, but it's also a healing. It's a healer and it's a cleanser. If anybody knows anything about crystals and rocks, you set them out in a full moon, and it cleanses all of the energy away that you don't need anymore. But it also does that in humans, and many old school rituals with magic and whatever are done with the full moon as well. But this in particular is it's almost like it's coming through to me kind of like as a rebirth energetically, like tumultuous times on the planet right now, but we are going to come out of this. Again, it's all about we are going to come out of this. We just have to trust that we will, but we do have to unite and we do have to work together on this because the planet needs all the help it can get. It really does.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
no. See, that's,
Well,
We're going to call you Fumbles McGee.
really? All right.
all right. So what I got out of this, the moon, because I've been reading tarot also
okay.
for
Oh, yeah, I forgot
for
you.
many
That's right, we got
years,
that.
I know.
for
Wanna
about
do-
20
wanna
years.
read
So
mine?
what I get from this, of course, relating it to all the other cards that we've talked about. When it comes to the moon, we'll go with the healing and the decision. And all right, so what it is with the moon, first of all, it's so you have to focus a little more to really know and understand what's really going on in the world today. Is it really what they say it is? I would say no. I would say take a better look. I don't think people are leveling with you. So what you have to do is You know, think of it, the light of the moon, things aren't really crystal clear, not really crisp. Take an extra focus, take an extra few minutes and really, really take a look and make a decision and even do some healing in the meantime.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's good. That's good.
I always, when I do readings, I always tell people, and I'm not so like that more so, like I'll see different changes. I'll say within the next 6 full moons, which could represent 6 full months or whatever. This full moon, there's a lot of energy in a full moon. When I used to work with the mentally disabled, well, you could tell the difference with that kind of
Oh, yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
full moon, if you just really would look at it, it can give you a lot of positive directions, or it can give you just the opposite. The full moon there, just appreciate what you have around you, and then when all the moon, whether it's a half moon, full moon, quarter moon, or no moon, just learn how to love each other. Learn how to, harmonize. Oh, I used a big word.
Yeah, that's a medium
second one.
medium
Oh,
big
medium
word.
big
Yeah, well,
word.
medium
Okay.
big.
Yeah, okay. But just learn to say, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying when it's in the new moon. There's a lot more healing coming through a new moon or in the a lot of your healing comes through actually the energy forces from the moon, and like the rainstorms and like the body healing and all that. But allow it to happen. Allow it to happen. We're our own worst enemy. We block a lot of the energy that are coming through that. You agree?
Oh, of course, yeah. It's human nature. We unfortunately we're not taught any energetic anything growing up these days, and that's like a thing of the way past. And so we just go on about our lives, and our left brains take over, and what I got to go shopping, I got to put gas in the car, I got to pay this bill. We don't pay attention to any of this energetic stuff because we're so wrapped up in our physical life. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
And the thing is, we can go from an extreme of poor me or to the greatest thing going ego trip. And I was on the biggest ego trip one could ever imagine. I can remember sitting in the mirror and the spirit says, "Who the hell do you think you are?" And I'm there, ooh,
Yep.
I had a TV show. I would not talk. I would not be in the same room as other readers and all that. Oh yeah. And then I learned a real heavy lesson. That's what I say. You know what? We all are. We're supposed to be spiritually. Okay, I'm going to take a break here. Are you ready to do a reading on this young man?
Sure, I'll do a reading on them.
Yeah.
I said young.
We don't want to put you on the spot, but if you're up for it.
Sure.
I said young man.
Well, yeah.
With gray beard.
Young man, yeah. Come on, well, I know when I let this grow in, I put too much gray in it this time.
Mine's red and gray. Mine looks like a candy striper.
Oh, candy striper, nice.
Yeah, so I don't wear it that way.
So those straight tarot cards, what do you got?
They're straight tarot cards.
Oh, nice.
We'll do a 3-card reading to start with.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
All right. Well, I'll run my hand over, and you tell me when to stop. You'll get the card you're supposed to get.
I got you.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, you were just there. Go back a little. Right there. That's the one. Yep.
All right. Let's see. This one here. All right.
Yep.
All right. I like that one.
All right. Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Go. Right there. Yep. You had it. Yep. Yep. That's
all
the
right.
one.
That was this.
Well, did you pull 2? Then those are our 3.
All right.
Okay.
These are the 3. All right.
You always have to go with what you pull.
That's right.
Right.
You have to go with the
All right. So, what we'll start with here is what?
Oh, there you go. Straight.
Yeah, there you go.
What?
Right there. You got it.
All right. Now I got it.
Hold it on the
All right.
tip because your hands are in the way.
Oh,
There you go.
Wait, I keep.
We're right
turning
here.
it.
We're right
I'm
here.
back. All right. Here we
There
are.
you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
There we are.
What is it?
10 of coins. 10 of coins.
10
I will
of
show
coins.
you.
Okay.
10 of coins. All right. So we'll start there. So this is how I always do it.
Yeah, do it.
All right. So we see you're a busy boy. I can see it here with all the pentacles here. Work. All right. It's nice fruit. It's fruitful for you. It's nourishing. Your sort of journey with your work. or you take. There's people that are close to you that you share your enjoyment and your fulfillment with it, and as there we see, so you're going through an arch. So with this, you'll sort of, another day is dawning for you. Perhaps a new endeavor, a new type of direction. I see there's a lot of strength going on in here.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
and then, of course, then we get to...
Dave, right over here.
Yeah. bring it over.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Perfect.
All right, so the 7 of rods.
Okay.
All right, so as where we go with the 7 of rods, this is, direction, what you focused on, where you sort of want to take yourself. So there's really, you don't see any people in here, or there's really not too much going on here. So, of course, for me, the green, I always see, it's nice. It's sort of a little bit, we'll say, heartfelt, emotional, loving type thing. But what so with nothing being in the card here, as you can see, to me, these are options. You have all these options that you want to take. So, think them over. You can make your sort of pros and cons list. But what you have to remember is, they're facing down. So you're on the higher level. So you're in control. So, some people say, oh no, I got to, I don't know what to do. This is all, it's sort of, see all this crap, some people, because they don't see anything else.
Right.
It's good. Of course, I think all cards are good. This
Right.
one is fantastic. This one is fantastic.
All right.
What do we got?
All right.
4.
Yes. So we're going back now. This is the 4 of rods
Okay.
again. All right. So you got 4 rods. So, all right. So now when you come to direction, you say 4. It's good. Think of it sort of like a chair. 4 legs. It's nice. It's solid. It's grounded. You sort of, you got your minds, your thoughts all come together. You've sorted out all the difficulties and the potholes, shall we say. And as you can see, you got a nice wreath there again. It's all, to me, the yellow. It's nice and warm. It's bright. It's a feel-good thing. And again, you'll look at the people, you're sort of getting closer and closer to your end goal, what you really have in mind, whatever your aspirations are. And whoops, see, before you get there, you even get to celebrate on the way.
Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Are there 2 adults there in that picture?
It is 2 adults.
2 adults, yeah, that makes
You can-
sense. Oh yeah, 2 adults and they're celebrating. Yeah, right in front of the castle.
Yeah,
Did a little
so-
Facebook action. Yeah. Nice. Very cool. I have a tarot deck. I never used them. Whenever I read, it just comes through naturally.
Right,
So
Well, that's sort of what I
that's
do, and I
awesome.
do it psychically. Some people,
Yeah.
this card means this card
Well,
means
No,
that.
no, you
most
can't-
people need to see the card laying when I
Right,
find out.
right.
These are the first tarot cards I've ever read. Usually
Yeah.
I do. As
Usually
I
you do
the number
playing cards, yeah,
I use
playing
This is the
cards.
first time I'm really looking at those. Those are pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And I usually use playing cards, and use the numbers with them. And I think a lot of it, I don't really need them, but still, people like to see it laid on the and
Yeah,
that's
it's a,
fine.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
have
good
problem
it's a
with
good
that, you know?
tool, and it helps describe a lot of people like you when you were describing the card, like that helps a lot of people. I mean, you can just sit there and say, well, this is going to happen in your life and blah blah blah, but a lot of people are visual. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool. I like it.
Can you show me? So you leave the
Right,
cards
yeah.
out and I still like working with numbers. So I swap. Most of the people like these too, but I still like working with numbers. I like working to me. I'm seeing a 7 of diamonds for you right now. 7 of diamonds represent to me is a lot of good unfortunately, financial. Ace of diamonds, you get the ace of diamonds that are with you as well. I forgot, may I?
Sure,
Okay.
you-
Ace of diamonds
great.
and the
I'm
seven
always
of
open.
diamonds, always represent good thing. But you also have the seven of clubs.
It's 3 of clubs. I just saw that. What,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't
Okay,
do.
three of clubs, he's got 3 big decisions
Okay,
coming.
okay.
Okay.
I have no idea.
And it could be within the next 7 months.
Okay.
The seven of spades are you've gone through the last 7 years. You went through hell and back.
Actually, especially the last 7 months.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call it that. I don't. But this is where the prosperity. Ooh. You got the 6 of hearts coming. Oh, which represents you're going to find someone that's going to become very special to you. And it's going to be someone that understands what you're doing and will be very supportive. Doesn't do what you do, but will be very supportive of whatever you're doing. Okay?
That's great.
And it's going to be about like 10 years younger than you. To make you feel alive.
Right, huh?
You
There
know.
you go. Look out.
Do you agree with that? Do you see him coming and finding someone very supportive?
Hold on.
We'll put you on the spot.
It's all right.
I love doing
The
that.
spot's okay. I'm all right with it. Yes. Finally. Like the spirit's like, yes, finally it's coming. There was a journey of learning that you kind of had to go through, and you've done all that you need to do to make this happen. There's like a little bit of leftover stuff that'll be finished up very soon. But yes, it's time. It's definitely time. It's almost like you because of what you've been through, you have learned to focus on yourself, not just you've learned to. I don't want to say pick up the pieces, but like more focus around your energy. And I'm sorry, I'm staring off into space, but
No,
they got
you're
a
fine. You're
direct
supposed to
channel
anyways,
with me.
Yeah.
So this is good. This is coming. I don't know what Norm was saying for time frame, but like we're talking like beginning of next year is like
Yeah.
well
within the next 7 months.
Yeah.
You're also going to, I've seen an ace of spades. Boy, you have been through a lot of troubled water. But the old you is dying and a whole new beginning is happening for you.
Well, I feel it because I feel
Yep.
different than I did even 2 years ago. We'll
Yeah.
say.
I've seen an ace of spades with you. You're going to someone's funeral.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're going to have to get permission from this person to cross over to the other side.
Okay.
You know, I love doing that. You know, I'm not saying I'm an expert at everything I do.
No.
No way, because I'm learning every day.
No, the second you get cocky about it is the second it goes awry.
Oh, that sure does. Trust me.
Absolutely.
I've been up and down,
Yeah.
you know, and all that. But you know what? And everything happens for a reason.
Oh, of course.
I also will tell you, around you, I'm seeing the ace of diamonds as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also seeing 3 of diamonds, which means in the next probably 3 months and up to 3 years, you're going to be getting a lot more transformation. You remember that time we showed transformation?
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a lot. There's a whole new you coming through that it's going to bring you and your wife are close now.
Mm-hmm.
But what if I tell you it's going to bring you even closer?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been married quite a while.
Yeah.
How's she put up with you?
I have no idea. That's why I was asking Scotty earlier. I don't know how he does it.
Oh, I don't know how he puts up with me either. Oh my God,
Yep.
most people walk away. But you know what? These are our soulmates.
Absolutely.
You also knew your wife in the past life.
I did.
You know,
Yeah, we've
and
done.
that's like Scott and I. We knew each other in our past lives. as well.
We've done the dance at least twice.
Yeah.
At least
A
twice.
lot of times, people will pick up from their past life, their partners, and their love,
Mm-hmm.
you know, their wives or whatever. And like I just met a couple, and it was so exciting. They've been married 75 years.
Wow.
They got married when they were 20 and a half, and I had the pleasure of blessing their marriage.
Nice.
Again. And I said 75 years, and you know they still love each other as much as they did on the first day they met. These are the type of people. They're my idols as far as I'm concerned.
Of
When you
course.
see people having something like that, okay. And your dad said for me to tell you to just be you. Not to. I don't know if you try to be something that you weren't before, but he just wants you to be you.
Well, before I was
You were trying to be what you thought he wanted you to
Yeah.
be.
No, but going back, he always used to he used to tell my mother, we used to say, between my brother and my sister and me, I was, man, he's the only one with a head on his shoulders.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
But before, I told you I've been a court reporter forever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it was, I'm going to say like 25 years ago, grab that number. It was just so busy. It was like basically that's all I did.
Yeah.
That's all I did. Court reporting. I mean, don't get me, the money was fantastic. Yeah. So, I mean, I lived it up, but.
I was going to say, were you happy?
Well, and some of the stuff, I mean, it was so time consuming, you know what I mean? And it drained you. It really drained you. It was stressful, you have to make sure you're giving them what they're saying.
Right.
But, for that, I wasn't. But, I would like splurge. I would go to I would go to London for a month, and just live it up and then come back and just pay the bills.
Nice.
But were you happy with all that money?
Well, how can I put it? Yeah and no.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like, I got to make money. I got to make money. You know what I mean? It was, again, back then, I just fell into it.
Yeah. That's like one of my ex-partners and I've had a lot of them, so, But, of course, one could never tell, But I was very fortunate. I had it all. I had a nice apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I was never happy. Because it was easy for me to grab the Canadian Club and soda water or the martini or whatever and hide all my sorrows, But then I can remember when I finally had enough. I left the career I had and walked from Derry to Manchester, and it was cold in November. I had one of those spring jackets on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that helped.
Yep. But I needed that.
Yeah.
And I lost everything. I said, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then my son gave me an ultimatum, either get sober, And I love my life today. You like your life?
I have no complaints. My life is pretty awesome. Yeah.
How about
And
you?
mine, same.
Isn't it
No
amazing?
complaints. No
We had to go
complaints,
through a
yeah.
lot of trouble. Can you say your life was easy?
Never.
No.
Never.
I love it when I'm spiritual reading, and I'm not saying they're not spiritual reading because they're good. But, my life was so pleasant, so peaches and cream. I mean, okay. But I think most of us have to go through a certain journey.
I seriously cannot believe if someone says that their life was amazing and easy their whole life. Either they have an amazing outlook on life or they're straight up lying. Those are the only
that's
two
what I
options.
say.
Those are the only
Yeah.
two options.
Because we need
Yeah.
to go through
Yeah.
these type of
Right.
things in order. How do we help other people?
Yep.
That's
Well,
You have to go through a pile of poopy to become.
unless this is like your last incarnation and you're just here for a great time.
Yeah, there you go.
You
I found out through Matt Cutter that hypnotizing me that I went through a past life regression on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was an Indian guy. I was an Indian guy for the Canadian people.
Oh, yeah?
And then I was a lieutenant colonel in the Confederate Army. And of course, God only knows what I was in the past. Then I also was a dancer. I was a female in my past life. And I was beaten to death. So.
More than once.
Right.
More than once.
Yeah. See, this is what I believe, and I don't know if people can disagree with me. A lot of times when we die a horrendous death, okay, and we still have the feels like I was
The
a female.
imprint. The imprint carries over. Absolutely.
yeah.
I was telling you that story earlier
Yeah.
about the needle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I guess I really liked the men back then,
Yeah,
So you just carry on forward because you don't know. And I believe that, like a lot of the women who, like other women, they might have been men in their past life,
Yep.
they feel just go forward and, challenge me. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay?
No,
out there, anybody. But I think we still have a lot of the feelings from what we had in the past life. You're an old soul.
Well, you might say that, but it's funny because I'm afraid of past life regression.
Oh, yeah?
Don't be.
Can
Sometimes
I
you have
ask
to
why,
grow,
though?
yeah.
Can I ask why you're afraid of it?
Yeah,
I'm afraid of the
because I've
unknown.
thought, what? Of what?
You're afraid of the unknown.
No, I went to a hypnotist one time, and they brought me back, and I was sort of like this monk or something. It was like an island, or we'll say Wales, those green rolling
Yeah.
hills, that type of scenery. So, and it was all fine until it got to the point where then he's saying, "Well, how did you end up dying?" And I just
yeah.
And that sort of, I threw the towel in.
I know I drowned it one time.
Yeah.
That's why I had this fear of water, and I drowned it one time. And I'm fine in the ocean.
Yeah.
I cannot go into a lake.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh, wow.
And I can't go into a pool. But I
Ooh.
can go into the ocean, but everything else. So.
That's weird, the past life regression thing, though. That's like, a lot of people can handle, like
Oh, yeah.
seeing how they passed away in past lives, but some of them are so traumatic that we actually can block it out even in
Yeah.
hypnosis state. Like we don't want
Right,
any
that
part
was-
of it.
That
Yeah.
was me, and ever since then, after that, people talk about,
Thank you.
past life regression and all this. I don't want any part of it.
Fair enough.
No, and you know what?
No.
I would never do that to you.
Yeah.
See, that's the one thing we don't have the right to
Right.
do.
That's
we
right.
don't have the right to talk about someone's past unless they want to.
I actually have a lot of people say, "Well, you're not going to tell me when I die." Like,
No.
no, that's not what I do.
People automatically think that we're going to do. A lot of times, people, I'll tell them, "Ooh, you got a long life, Jeopardy."
Yeah. Yeah.
I would never. I had this one time that my first psychic party I had done like 20 years ago, and I'll never forget it. And this lady, little short lady, little Irish lady. You know how they are. They're
I
pretty
do.
stubborn, right? You're pretty stubborn, But she says to me, "I want to know now how much longer I have to live." I'm going, "Oh no."
You keep demanding
Yeah.
stuff, it's going to be 5 minutes.
Right. So I went and I got her daughter, and her daughter came in. She said, "She won't leave until you do it." I said, "Okay." So I cautioned her. I said, "You're not going to live past Christmas." And unfortunately, Christmas Eve, she turned cross. And she was ready to
Whoa.
know.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I've had a scenario very similar to that.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
and that's part of our journey. It's part of us telling
right.
people, I have a lady that I did the other day, and I said, "Wow, you're going to be around to be 110 years old." Because I think people are living longer.
Definitely.
They are.
Okay,
I agree.
really do, And I asked Spirit if okay, I'm going to ask you, will I make it till I'm 85 doing readings?
Doing readings?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No. Close. Close.
Will I live to be 85? You can be honest with me.
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
I'm seeing 83.
Oh, okay. Well, that's close enough. I've outlived my brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't go there either. I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
Yeah, I normally don't, but
Yeah.
he
When I
put
put-
me
I
right on the spot. So here we go.
And the first one they answered me honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, that's what I see. Now I totally forgot. I had a side note, and now it's gone. So that's all right. What were we saying right before that? I don't know. It's gone. Okay.
People, I don't, and I think I love doing people like from other countries that come to my office,
Yeah.
like China, and one lady from Argentina, some from Argentina, all over. I got told I'm internationally known. So are you.
Yeah, I've definitely done a lot of overseas. Australia's pretty cool.
Is it?
New Zealand, like you get the accents going, and it's like, what did you just ask?
Because a lot of times I have to bring an interpreter with them when
Yeah,
they come to
yeah,
the office.
yeah.
Have you done international readings?
Online, I'm sure, 'cause,
Right.
a couple of accents, but
Yeah.
not a lot.
Yeah. I love doing readings on the phone or on whatever. Because, it's more of a challenge than don't get me wrong. I want to come to the office too,
Yeah.
but I think that they really challenge you a lot. And
Oh, it is a personal challenge because there's no person in front of you like you're getting the energy regardless, but there's no
Yeah.
person in front of you. For me, it's like I like the one-on-one connection, but the phone is more challenging because if there's dead silence, you don't know if
what am I
they're.
doing
That's the thing
It's
about
the unknown. It's the
yeah,
unknown.
the
Yeah.
thing about
Do you
the
allow
phone.
people
I
to
know the
record your
dead air.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, dead air's. Yeah,
Yeah.
dead air's like it's.
what am I
It
doing
is.
wrong?
If
Your
they're
left
right
brain,
there,
your
they
left
can
brain's
watch.
like, oh my goodness, like what's going on?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's the
Right, 'cause
self
it
doubt.
is. If they're
The
right in
self
front of
doubt
you,
has
they can see what you're doing.
Right, right.
And I
Watching
always
you, but-
encourage people to take notes or
Yeah.
record
Yeah.
your
Oh,
readings.
I have notepads right in my office. Yeah, and they
Yeah.
you record if you
And,
want. Yep.
There's one person I went into, one reader, and she said, "No, you cannot record or you can't make no." I said, "See you later. Have a good day." Because to
Wow.
me, then when are they hiding it? They're not,
Well, yeah.
It's up to them because they're not going to remember. And then they
That-
got a lot to consume. We'll say an hour reading or a half hour reading. That's still a lot, or a 15 or 20-minute reading. And by the way, I'm looking at the end of May, beginning of June. I'll be having my event down in Brookline, New Hampshire.
Brookline, New Hampshire, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
That hall can hold over 200 vendors.
Well, let's hope we're open by then.
We will be. I'm asking the spirit. Could be in the May.
Well, I know we will be. I'm just kind of like
But I
putting
tried
a good juju
I had to
out.
cancel out the one for
Yeah.
September because of
So
this.
many got canceled. I'm like,
I hated every.
I had like 3 of them booked, and
That was me.
I
I
cried because I had to
feel-
refund that money.
I know.
I'm Jewish, so we don't.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Don't
you know.
stereotype. No,
Yeah,
you know
well,
better
yeah,
than you
no.
know better than
No,
that.
I know, but now actually, and if someone really is that unhappy with what I've read to them, I'll give them back half of that money. I won't give it all that. I'll give
Yeah.
them half of that money. you
I've
know.
I've been getting readings. Well, I haven't in probably 10 years now. But growing up, I used to go to the same reader once a year, and it was kind of funny because growing up, she would say, "What are you doing here? You don't need me," and whatever. Long story short, but she always recorded it. Like that wasn't even a like, can I record it? She always provided you. In the early days, it was a tape cassette,
Yep, that's
and then the laptops came in, and she would give you a CD of your reading, and that was just the staple. That was it was. And so, because you can review it later, because a lot of things that come through during a reading, and I encourage people to take notes, because a lot of things will come through, and it may not make sense to you. You're sitting in front of this person who's giving you all this information, and then all of a sudden, like, you're overwhelmed. And I always tell people, if you have questions, write them down, because when we're face to face or when I'm doing the reading, you get what we call psychic amnesia. You forget your questions. You forget what you want to know. I mean, you're going to get the information you need either way, but some people have external questions. But I always encourage that, because you read your notes or you listen to your recording a week later, you'd be like, oh, that's what he meant by that. That's, it clicks in.
Yeah. One thing I've had to learn, and my spirit guys will yell at me or my angel, I've got to trust them more. When they meet my financial needs,
Yeah,
and
you
I
do.
have to trust them more,
Yep.
and stop panicking. And that I don't, the old me, there's still a lot of the old me. So I have to say, okay, I'm turning over to the angel, to the spirit, to make my financial
Yep.
needs and stuff like that, And it's not an easy when you're a triple Leo like I am. It's not even, pride goes before the fall.
Oh, triple Leo. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lady on my TV show doing that. She's actually been to my events. But the folks, every one of us have psychic ability.
course.
I don't care who you are.
I agree.
Maybe an artwork, maybe a musical, maybe poetry, carpentry,
Yep.
whatever. You're an auto mechanic, right? A motorcycle mechanic, right?
Both.
Yeah, you still do it?
Yeah, I am. Yep.
You
I was working on cars today. I got all the grease out from under my nails, so that's good.
My friend wouldn't let me touch his car.
Well, that's probably for the best.
I finally learned how to put gas in, though.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned how to put gas. I learned how to take that thingamajig off and take that hose and put it in there.
Yeah.
That was kind of hard to do. Because
Okay.
I've always had people wait. I've been very fortunate. People have always been waiting on me. I've been very fortunate.
So you're pampered then.
I have been
Yeah.
very pampered. Even today, So
It's the royalty blood.
that's what it is, But I do appreciate it, and
Of
stuff
course,
like that.
of course.
And but we take care of each other. I think that's what it's all about.
That is what
It
it's
is.
all about. That really is what it's all about. Everybody watching, learn from this. Take care of each other. That's it. It's that simple.
all you gotta
That's
do.
all. Stop spreading the hate. If you don't agree with what somebody says, that's totally fine. That's totally up to you. But the bottom line is, don't bash them for it. They're on a different level. They think differently. You may think it's wrong to the core, and it may very well be. But getting angry about it, you're only hurting yourself. I think that's all I wanted to say about that.
No, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
It would be a very boring world if we all agreed on something.
Of course. That's
It
not how
really
it's designed.
No,
Not even a little bit.
And
no.
and what to me, I like if you're going to get so disagreeable that you're going to get so, then walk away from it. Take a deep breath, calm it down. Do I like a good debate? Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
You
course.
and I
Yeah.
both like getting
Get
people going
in
on
house,
Facebook.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the only thing I have a problem when people judge me for my political views. Well, how can you be this reader or this spiritual person? Don't
Right.
judge me by my political views. Judge me what I can tell you. Judge me,
Exactly.
And then I don't have a right. I'm not going to judge you and tell you you're wrong. I don't have the right to judge people.
And it's actually, I don't want to call it a burden because it's not a burden, but having spirit guide us, we almost can feel what resonates. Everybody can feel what resonates with them the best. But when it gets into like politics and stuff, like a lot of spiritual readers have the same views because we're all connected to the same source.
Yeah.
So we kind of do have that. Like we know what's true in our hearts. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people being duped, and there's a lot of false information being spread out there. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I do find that a lot of us like-minded light workers agree on certain things when it comes to politics, just because we know what's true in our hearts.
That-
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will never tell another reader that they're wrong.
Of course not.
Oh, I
can't
wouldn't
do
even
that.
think of it. No.
I may not agree with what they're seeing. For me, what they're doing under me, because this is what their spirit is telling them.
That's right. That's the information
Exactly.
they're getting.
That's the way they're interpreting.
And I think all three what they're doing something right, because we get a lot of repeat clients, do we not?
Yeah.
And whether it's once a year or every week or whatever, we still get the weekly
That's true.
repeat. So
Repeats.
that
Yeah.
means we're doing something good. Once again, what's your website?
Yeah, website, readingsbyd.com. 978-228-5333 is the phone number. I'm on Facebook. If you want to type in the search bar, Readings by D, you can book an appointment all three of those ways. So that's my information. How about you?
Again, lowmediumshop.com.
Nice.
Website, 617-777-2236.
And then
Text.
also, can they reach you on Facebook for appointments?
I'm not on. No, I don't have a Facebook. I'm working on a Facebook.
Yeah, I was going to say, you
page.
got that
I'm working on that. It's funny. Been
getting there.
doing all the
Getting
research
there. Yep.
lately.
And
so-
I'm spiritualvisionary.net. That's my website, and you click it, it'll tell you the readings, what kind of you want to cross over, whatever,
Yeah.
and that. And you have a email?
Yeah, you can email me right from my website. If you go to my website, readingsbyd.com, and click on contact, there's an email form
Yeah, I
you
got
can fill
out
right
to the
up.
community bill. And mine is Second Vision, my Norm at Comcast.net.
Yeah.
I'm also on Facebook. You can reach me at what the hell? 289-4789, or they can call 785-1684. Yeah. Oh, I got it right.
Oh, you got it right.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! Who's such a
Crazy
dumb-
times,
Yeah.
crazy times.
But anyway, and the one thing about it, folks, I will never ever tell you that I'm 100% accurate.
No one is.
No.
I've never once encountered someone who is.
No.
And if somebody
That would be
if
scary,
somebody
wouldn't it?
tells you that they're 100% accurate, turn around,
Yep.
walk the other way. Because
Absolutely. I love it when they advertise them on, what was that one that used to be on there? 100% accuracy.
Are you talking about Cleo?
Cleo?
Miss
that-
Cleo.
Miss Cleo? Yeah.
Cleo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I would, and I like that. And
No.
a lot of people wrote a hell of a lot bill with the online psychics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's another aspect of what we do as well is we get people who are, I don't want to say addicted to, but they'll try and have a reading once a week, and unfortunately I'm not one who's going to facilitate that. Some people are going to go to have a reading and then they're going to come to me and they're like, well, that's not what they said last week. Okay, well, if you're getting a reading every week, you need to stop what you're doing and focus a little more on controlling your life. It's readings are there to help guide you. They're to help maybe solve some problems. But if you're living and breathing on every word, going to readings once a week, that's a problem.
right.
Yeah.
And that like when we do the psychic event, they go to all these different readers.
Right.
They all want
That's-
to have the same. And
That's fun. That's like a day of let's
Everybody
get
enjoys
it.
it, you
Yeah.
know. Nice for sentiments who do have clients that come in and been there several. We all like, and we don't even know who's coming in to see it.
That's
And
correct.
9 out of 10, we're going to be reading the same thing to them, but in different ways.
Oh, I
That's
can't
right.
count how
Right.
many times at a fair somebody's like, well, that's what so and so
Yep.
just said.
Yeah.
Or
But
like,
I've done the same.
Yeah,
I know. Oh, that's
yeah.
what they said there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also getting a number 6 for you. 6 are good numbers for you.
6 is, somebody told me how to figure it out before, what your name and your initials and
Are you a life path 6? Is that what it is? Or?
Well, I don't, see, life, I don't know,
Okay,
life
okay.
path,
Yeah.
but 6.
Okay.
6 are a very strong number for you, so doing that too. I love it when people say 666 is the sign of the devil or whatever.
Well, that's what they say, no?
Yeah.
They do. They do say that.
Yeah.
They do say that.
And I must be working for the devil. Well, I know I'm going to hell according to the Christian way because I've been married several times and gay, and I do psychic reading. I just hope
You got the
that-
trifecta. Like,
Yeah.
you're all done. That's
right.
it. Yeah.
I just hope they have good champagne. Well, I don't like
They
to
do,
say
but
that.
it's hot.
Is it hot?
Yeah, yeah, it's bubbling.
Well, I would like or extra dry martini.
There you go. There you go.
And air conditioning. Got to have that air conditioning.
Well, you're asking an awful lot, Norm.
Yeah.
But hey,
But
we'll
do
see
I
what
think
happens.
this is hell? Absolutely.
What, this?
Yeah.
This is the training grounds.
Yeah.
This is the proving grounds. I wouldn't go as far as to call this hell. This is where we learn. This is how I see it. When we're on the other side, heaven, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of high vibrations over there. And we have to come here to experience the low ones, to learn from them. So if we have nothing to compare, if we're in high vibrations all the time, we have nothing to compare it to, we can't learn anything. And that's why we incarnate. We come here, we need to learn negativity, we need to learn about being lied to, we need to learn about sadness and loss, we need to learn about all of that stuff, and that's why we incarnate. We need to learn those lessons. So it's all about the yin and the yang. You can't have the good without the bad, you can't have the high without the low, so that's the way of keeping the balance.
Yeah, that's like having male and female. You got to have it all.
Yep.
You got to have it all combined into one.
Yep,
you
you
know?
gotta, yep.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to be closing up here shortly.
Yeah.
Any last comments?
Put you on the spot.
Right, I know. My last comment for me would be is just to everybody, look straight ahead, focus, let your inside come out to the surface, shine, touch other people, and just let it keep magnifying. What a difference.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback right off that. Just like I said earlier, just love each other. Even if you don't like someone, you don't need to bash them. Just just turn the other way and walk the other way. There's what's the old? There's Baskin Robbins 32 flavors for a reason, because
Right.
not everybody's the same. So if you find someone that's different from you and that angers you, it's okay. But the bottom line is, just turn away.
I live across the street from a park.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. My friend Bill Barry, who's and he and I have different park, but we worked very hard to get to Parkway, and watching all these people playing, swinging, you know what? They don't look at the column, and I
Yep.
don't. I look at the spiritual part. I'm watching
That's
the
it.
people having
Have
fun,
fun.
watching, and that's what we're all about, folks. Get rid of the anger. Don't look at the color. Oh, he might be black, or he might be red, or whatever. Face. And I've had to learn this the hard way. I grew up in an area where racism and all that, no fashion. And of course, being gay, but you know what? Like these two just said, look within your own self. Do you like to be called names? Do you like to be made fun of? Do you like to
That's
have this
correct.
happen? Then what gives you the right to do that to other people?
That's correct.
You have freedom of speech, you have freedom of mind, but it still doesn't give you the right to put somebody through the coals and do all this stuff. Just learn to hold each other spiritually by the hand and say, you know what? I want to help you in a level, or what can I do for you? And just send out that true love. It's okay if you're walking down the street and say, "Hi, how are you today?" Or give
That's
because,
right.
that
Give somebody
one
a smile.
Right?
Yeah.
Just give someone your smile.
So, well, you might have to pull down your mask so they can.
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
Well, not New Hampshire.
Right.
Or a lot of times when I see people, I will walk onto the grass because a lot of people coming down with bikes or whatever, and I get paranoid about that. I get paranoid about everything lately. I got to get over that. People walking down the street with their dog for a while, I was so paranoid.
Yeah.
And I had my own that passed away, but for some reason the old me of the past life. So we'll
Well,
do
it's
that.
muscle memory. It's the imprint.
So,
Yeah.
but just learn. The best way, folks, as mine, because learn to love life. Learn
That's
to
right.
appreciate what you have.
Yep.
And it doesn't always have to be a lot of money.
No.
I know money's fantastic, but it doesn't. But just learn how to appreciate each other. Day by day, I appreciate my roommate, even though I don't always show it. But I tell him afterwards, God, we did a house cleaning. I ruined my nails. How it's clear. Oh, God. But we just learn, clean your own body, clean your own house, clean your own thoughts, mind, and soul. Just say, you know what? This universe I'm part of it. How can I make it better?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. A lot of that comes through in readings for me. You
Yeah.
got to take time out to smell the roses, per se. We're so caught up in our daily lives, and that's part of the reason we all are running the rat race. So yeah, absolutely.
Can we play that closing song?
All right.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming on. We'll see y'all next week.
Have a good one.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies.